Did you know the word bully originally came from the Middle Dutch word bol, meaning lovers.
But somehow, with time, this endearing word became synonymous to harasser of the weak.
Today, this word implies an overbearing and quarrelsome person who habitually intimidates, insults,
and troubles the people whom he or she perceives to be weaker.
Research shows that 50% of the people world over were bullied by someone or the other before the age of 20.
People were bullied for their physical appearance, race, gender, culture, ethnicity, disability, and many other reasons.
They always found a reason. The bullies always found a reason to harass the victims.
So you may think that it's your fault that they bully you. And if you change yourself, the bullies will stop bullying.
But they won't.
Because they're bullies after all.
But you can decide whether or not you would keep playing the victim.
And show them that they cannot dictate your worth. However much they try to pull you down, you will still be wonderful.
And you will still be special.
But first, you need to identify what bullying is.
So, just know that if some act by some specific person or a group of people causes repeated distress to you, it surely is a matter of concern.
If they tease you once or twice, it's just teasing.
But if it is a continuous pattern of teasing and taunting, it qualifies as bullying.
The bullies may bully you physically, and physical bullying is easy to identify and report. You could be pushed, punched, kicked, shoved, or spat on, and it would be very visible.
So you can quickly report it with evidence
to a trusted adult.
But verbal and relational bullying would be difficult to prove. It may only take them 20 seconds to hurl some abuses at you when no one's watching, leaving you with no evidence at all.
They may also spread false rumors about you and influence others to have opinions about you. Trust me, they're good with it.
But when you report, they can always deny.
Research finds that most of the bullies have a certain psychological makeup. Most of them lack empathy for others.
Many are also troubled by their own anxieties and insecurities.
or perhaps are overpowered by very aggressive parents.
Everyone is angry at home and shouting at the top of their voice.
So being angry, irritable, aggressive, pushing people, calling their names and hurling abuses is quite normal to them.
While some bully because they enjoy the act of inflicting pain, others do it because it makes them feel important and powerful. Probably no one at home pays attention to them, takes care of them or spends time with them, which is why bullying is like an entertainment for them.
Some of them may also have older siblings at home who bully them. Thus, the repeatedly abused become the talented abusers, come to school and bully others.
Sometimes their parents are abused at their workplaces, and when they come home, they abuse their children who are weaker than them, and the children in turn go to school and find someone weaker to bully.
And this cycle goes on and on and on.
So, it all begins at office
and comes to school.
They pick at you and find faults with you. They tell you that you are fat, ugly, lousy, stupid and awful.
Other times they spread false rumors, make false accusations and influence the people around you to believe that you are unworthy of who you are.
The bullies are good at it.
They are smart and they have the abilities to influence others' opinion about you.
They can even be physically stronger or simply larger than you.
may have the ability to form groups and exclude you from it.
And others who join their groups may not be bullies themselves, but may surely play a key role in empowering the bullies.
They may have empathy and true feelings for others, but to them fitting in is more important than doing justice.
And no one wants to stand out.
So, the bullies grow in group and prey on kids that are singled out. The kids in return react, cry, and make visible displays of pain and suffering.
This makes the bullies feel rewarded, and they further carry out these acts of aggression before a bigger audience. Reacting less or silent treatment may lessen the effects, and the bullies will get bored and stop pestering the individuals.
It is interesting to note that children learn from observing people around them, mostly parents. Parents are the most important teachers.
Kind parents are usually seen to be raising kind kids.
Then how are mean kids raised?
Because kindness is something taken for granted.
And kind people considered to be weak.
Should that stop us from being kind?
And being sensitive?
Always remember that your kindness makes all those who are around you feel proud of themselves.
We need more kindness, sensitivity, and empathy in this world to make it a better place.
So acts of kindness should receive many compliments, while acts of meanness should be condemned.
If you have ever been bullied in the past, promise yourself you won't bully others by becoming a bully yourself.
The abused should not become the abusers. It's a tragic progression. Neither are you going to suffer from low self-esteem and let the bullies dictate your value.
You are going to avoid talking to them and looking at them. You are going to treat them invisible.
You are not going to engage with them and are going to treat them as strangers.
You are going to walk away when a bully approaches you and concentrate on thinking something else that pleases you.
Or doing something else.
So when a bully comes up to you and says that you're ugly, tell them, I know I am. Are you happy now?
If a bully tells you you're so fat, tell them, I've heard it so many times. Can you come up with something new?
If the bully hurls abuses at you, tell them you're absolutely right. Does that make you feel better now?
It doesn't matter what they call you or tell you.
You know who you are. You know what you are capable of achieving.
You know, your life's not going to be wasted around them.
Getting bullied is not your fault. You have done nothing wrong.
So just keep working on yourself without the fear of what the bullies may think or do when you start shining.
But at any cost, when they bully you, don't try to fight with them physically.
Because research shows that whenever bullies fought back and won, it only made matters worse, and the bullies came back with a harder physical fight.
What is the solution then?
Find a peer to intervene. It is seen that bullying gets diluted whenever someone intervenes.
If you are not the victim, but a bystander, please intervene and save the victim. Today, it's them. Tomorrow, it can be you.
Because not speaking up will make the bullies grow in courage.
They are bullies and they will bully.
Bullies are creatures of habit after all.
But not speaking up or stepping in is a psychological phenomenon known as the bystander's effect.
We often see that no action was taken during the emergency because the bystanders couldn't decide.
They were shifting responsibilities to others.
The greater the number of bystanders, the lesser was the probability of someone extending help to the person in distress.
Besides, not speaking up for the right cause may stir you up emotionally. In the future, you may continue to blame the victim and not the perpetrator.
Some people also feel that physical bullying is the only damaging form of bullying and that no action should be taken unless visible physical signs of bullying are observed.
But they are wrong. Verbal and relational bullying are more common than physical bullying.
They too can cause a severe damage to self-esteem and may make the victim feel very depressed.
And can also lead to severe mental trauma.
They may not even feel like going to school because school for them is a place of fear.
They may avoid social interaction and become isolated.
Academically, this may lead to lower grades in exams and lesser participation in extracurricular activities.
And this fear and anxiety would be carried forward to adulthood as well.
Some bullies are plainly ignorant and insecure,
while others enjoy the perils of their victims.
The first kind is quite fragile themselves, and once you know how they are, they would seem to be quite predictable.
But the second kind is the unpredictable kind and often go on to be quite successful.
because they don't care whom they have hurt. It's not a part of their mental makeup. They only objectify people.
But always remember that this mental makeup may give them a lot of material success,
but will never make them good friends or partners because they are devoid of feelings.
They'll never have the capacity to make the world a happier place for others.
To make the world a better place, we need acts of kindness.
And only kind and sensitive people are capable of showing kindness.
So your sensitivity is invaluable.
Even though to a bully, you may seem to be an easy target.
But you can always refuse to be the victim.